see back there, we finally got the Lexus out the back. We're gonna start getting some work done to it. I'm just gonna get it flipped around, get it in the garage, well, whatever fits in the garage. And then I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it is that we gotta do to it. Well, shiny, it's kinda hot out here today. But we're gonna get it in here, like I said. I'm not sure how much exactly we're gonna get done today, but I'm gonna try to at least do the door handle on the passenger side since the driver's side is done, and possibly cut off the driver's side rear fender flare, quarter panel flare. The reason being is the ones that are on there, they don't fit. So it was on there, I started welding it on there, I got about 80% of the way, and the bottom just doesn't close up. It doesn't mate with the body, which means that the wheel is poking a little bit way too much. And these are metal, so I don't really have the tools to shape it correctly how I want it to. But I did get some new ones in from Ulterior Motives. Shout out to Ulterior Motives. You know, they did my front flares, my front vents, and my rear old flares, the flares that are on there now, and the new ones that are on there now. So let's get this car in here, and then I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by what we need to do. Alright, so now that I got the car in here, so as you can see, I actually ended up chopping off the door handle location. I moved it up about an inch. The reason for that is the way that my fender flare goes is up so high, it was actually going over it. So I would have to cut a notch out on the flare itself and then mold it in, which I wasn't really too happy to. I know Ulterior Motives did, I think his name is Ryan. He did a white GS. I'll try to flash a picture of it real quick. And he did the same exact thing. They cut it and they moved it forward about an inch, which that's almost exactly what I did. I moved it forward an inch. I had a pretty shitty welder that I had bought off. I forgot. You know what? I even forgot where I even got it from. But it just wasn't welding correctly. You can see like all these burn throughs and stuff like that. So, and also not even lining up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and recut it off and probably bring it closer here, line it up, and then maybe I'm gonna have to put some, like a little strip of whatever it is, 1/16 or 1/8, I keep forgetting the gauge, and then cut this piece and weld that in. And then essentially then we can start working ourselves with the flare itself. Another thing is all of these holes is from like previous flares I've been trying on, this one, that one, stuff like that. Let me show you guys what the other side looks like real quick. So this side's a little bit better. You see, I did get it in here and it's nice and tight. It's exactly how I wanted it. But as you can see here, I had to bang it out in order for it to clear the lip, so it, you know, tucks a bit, which it kind of distorted, but the body shop could have cleaned that up, but it is what it is. Also from here forward, as you can see, hopefully you can see, it's a little bit open here. I really couldn't get it in anymore, especially with the piece that goes here that goes into the bumper. It just was flaring out, so that just, the flares just don't fit. Same thing here. As you can see, this is the side that I already moved forward, so you can see it's pretty clean on this side. This is after the other welder that I got, the Lincoln. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to replicate that now. Update. It's been about an hour. I've made some progress, but you know, let me just show you guys. So I needed to cut a piece out right here and added a piece of I think this is 18 gauge, but this material here and this material here, it's really thin, so every time that I try to weld on it, it's just burning through. No matter what setting, even if I put the machine down real low, the welder, it goes down really low and it still starts to burn through. So it's just this steel is very hard to weld. My idea is I'm probably gonna have to open it up this just to make it like an equal length all the way through, and then this piece all together, all one piece. So here and here all together, and then try to weld it through. And then here I'm probably gonna have to, most likely I'm gonna have to fill it here as well. Trying to keep it so that it's not distorting on me too much, because when you do add too much heat to the steel, it will start to warp on you and, you know, dip in, dip out, and it's not gonna be pretty flat. And then the body guy is gonna have to put a bunch of filler on there, and then eventually it's gonna start to crack or whatever. So I'm trying not to put too much seed into this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue this area. It's kind of hard for me to do it on camera because it's very time consuming when you're trying to record the perfect angles and you're trying to get this going. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece out. Probably gonna run a template off of a piece of paper first, trim it up, and then put that piece of paper on the steel, trace it out, cut it. And then I'll bring the piece of steel here, and then I guess I could just shave it down as needed, and then try to tack it up into place. But I mean, it's not looking too bad, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a professional welder, but I mean, we're trying, right? Alright, so it's been like an hour or two since I last started recording. For some reason, this damn fucking GoPro keeps overheating. So I was battling a lot with overheating and then turning off and not capturing what I was doing. So just decided to go ahead and let it just turn off, and I decided to just continue working, and then that way I can just show you guys at least where we're at with this thing. So here we are. Pieces all welded in. I do have a few thin spots here in the sheet metal itself. That's why I have like burn through and stuff like that. So probably gonna have to cut like little small patches, like little circles, and weld them either through the inside or cut them out. Same here, a little bit there. This area I did clean up already. These are all, like I said, all those little holes from the tap screws when I would put a flare on, test it, take it off, instead of using what those things are called, I can't think of the name of them right now. The Clecos. I don't have any Clecos, but that would have been a lifesaver. But so yeah, I guess I'm gonna end this video here now. Hopefully, if I have time tomorrow, I'll pick up again tomorrow, and then we can start test fitting the flare. We're pretty much at that point where we can actually put it on there, tack it on there, or you know, line it up and tack it on there, and then we'll, you know, whatever, weld it on there, whatever, in certain places. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.